Greetings, it's Shelly Bean. I hope you guys are doing wonderful wherever you are in the world. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you are returning, welcome back. Thank you guys so much. I hope you guys have been having a great weekend so far. This reading is going to be for the collective of Leo Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus placements. I'm checking in with Divine Source to see what messages you need to know for June, for next month, what your month is pretty much going to look like. Any heads up or anything. So I'm going to be using a couple of tarot decks along with my Moonology deck, because we are also presently in the current full blue moon of Sagittarius energy. So we got that going on. And I'm going to end with this Blocked and Blessed deck. It is very sarcastic and has humor to it, very sassy. So it tells it like it is. So that is the last deck I'm going to use for you guys as we close the reading. And with that being said, Leo, let's get your reading started. If you are still here, please don't forget to hit that thumbs up, like button. I do appreciate that. It helps keep the channel moving throughout the stick YouTube algorithm. So I do appreciate that. And if you haven't already, please share and subscribe and hit the notification bell as well. All right, Leo, let's see what's going on with you guys. All right, Holy Divine Spirit, what's going on with the Leo collective energy for June 2026? Please and thank you. Okay, what else? We have the Ten of Wands that came out in reverse. Okay. What's the third? Give me a third. All right. Okay, Leo. All right. So we got the Ten of Wands in reverse. We got the Ten of Coins in the upright. Yes, I like that. And then we got the Tower. So you guys are going into a Tower moment. And keep in mind, guys, I always like to say a Tower moment doesn't have to be anything devastating or heartbreaking or anything like that. A tower is just something that is setting something right, something that is coming to a head, that needs to come to a head in order to start fresh, in order to start a new and true foundation. Because whatever was created at first that was built on faulty foundation, or foundation that wasn't for your greatest and highest good, Leo, is falling apart. It needs to fall apart. And the Tower also, for me as an intuitive, is also divine intervention. Just divine intervention, something that is fated to happen. So for me, the Tower card and the Wheel of Fortune kind of are like cousins in a way, because the Wheel of Fortune is also something that's divinely fated to happen. So I get the same energy from the Tower. They have some similarities in my intuitive opinion and experience. So with that being said, guys, something is coming to a head. Something is breaking down in order for you to have this Ten of Coins, in order for you to have the stability, this long-term stability, this money, this job, this family stability. And even if you're single, just the stability of something that's coming in that creates a better life for you, Leo. something that you're giving up, because you got the Ten of Wands in reverse, something that was a burden to you. It could be someone that was a burden to you, or some type of situation that was a burden to you, that you can now lay your burdens down. This tower that's going to happen is going to allow you to finally lay those burdens down. Okay, so this tower could be moving certain people or a person out of your life. The tower could be a job change or shift. A tower could be something that is revealed to you that, I'm going to be real, could initially be hurtful, but there's a blessing in disguise with that hurt or that betrayal or that some type of shocking event. Okay, so there's a blessing in disguise coming for you in the way of a tower for some of you guys. All right, but either way, you're having your 10 of Pentacles or your 10 of Coins for a lot of you guys. You're laying your burdens down. So far on the table here, we have the energy of Sag, Virgo, Scorpio, and Aries. You guys could be dealing with one of those signs or someone that has these placements heavily in their chart, or you could have these in your chart, Leo. I'm getting the image of somebody going like, I'm done. It's over. I don't have to deal with that anymore. So like somebody getting rid of something or a problem or a situation or a person. So yeah, because again, the 10 of Wands energy in reverse. Coming out of a burdensome situation. Readjusting your priorities, Leo. Okay, I like that. So what is... Actually, you know what? Let me find out. I'm getting pulled. I'm getting nudged to look into the tower. What is the tower about? Can you give us, Holy Spirit, can you give Leo Collective information on what the tower is in reference to? Okay, I'm being told to take these. It's funny. So we got the Knight of Wands that came out in the upright. And we got the 10 of Wands in the upright. So we got the 10 of Wands. This is another tarot deck, of course. We got the 10 of Wands in reverse. And then we have the 10 of Wands in the upright. So, Leo, this tower is in reference, for some of you guys, this is in reference to a Knight of Wands energy. I don't feel like this energy is you. This is someone you've been dealing with, or certain types of relationships you've been dealing with, connections you've been dealing with that are unpredictable, that come in, leave out, that are here one day, gone the next, here for a good time, not a long time. People or a person who is hard to pin down, or someone who's hard to commit, or who, not hard to commit, but well, somebody who is hard to pin down, or people that are hard to pin down. Because this could be more than one person for you, for some of you guys. You could have dealt with many Knight of Wands type of people, is what I'm getting. So you're letting go of that with the tower. So the tower is going to come in, divine intervention is going to come in and either expose someone who's been in this Knight of Wands energy, or something's going to happen that is going to, again, I'm getting the image, make you finally say, I'm done. I'm done with it. I wash my hands of it. I wash my hands of this person. I wash my hands of the situation. I'm done with this burden. So yeah, with a situation or somebody or people in this Knight of Wands energy, the Knight of Wands energy has been very burdensome to you, Leo, whether it's been through intimate relationships, whether it's been through friendships, whether it's been through colleagues, work, co-workers, work situations, people who are basically just, they're very passionate, they're very fast moving, and they go for what they want, but they're not very stable. They don't. They're very flighty. Thank you, Holy Spirit. They have a very flighty energy. And Leo, you want to deal with people or a person who is stable and is not running around everywhere and hard to catch up with. You want someone who is committal, who's not non-committal. You want someone who is chill, maybe even on the reserve side. You want somebody that you can rely on who's a little more predictable, is what I'm getting. So that's what it is. The Tower is in reference to a Knight of Wands type of relationship or connection or connections with the S that you had for a while. Okay. What is this? And it's coming with some type of justice. The Tower is going to bring some type of justice in your favor. I like that. Okay, Leo. Yep, there you go. And it's going to bring you balance with this Temperance in the upright. You're going to be able to woosah. You're going to be able to woosah. I feel much better. Yes. I love that for you guys. So that's what's coming your way for some of you all. Keep in mind, whatever I channel, whatever I get in these messages, not every single thing that I say is going to apply for every Leo. Okay. Always take what only resonates for you in your situation. If you need a personal reading from me for your specific situation where I dive deeper, as well as any type of coaching that you need or energy healing, my information is always below in the description area. So with that said, Leo, let's get a Moonology Oracle message for you guys for this current full blue moon in Sagittarius. Sagittarius being your sister fire sign here, because you do got a lot of fire energy. Yeah, you got two Ten of Wands energy, which is Sagittarius energy. You have the Knight of Wands, which I think is Sag or Aries. I want to say Sag, but either way. And if I'm correct, I think the Temperance is Sagittarius energy. You got a lot of Sagittarius energy going on here, so you could be dealing with a Sag or someone who has heavy Sagittarius placements, Leo. Which would explain, being hard to pin down and, somebody who's just kind of all over the place and just someone who apparently likes their freedom. And all right, so we have, what do you need to release? So as you begin to get some balance as we head into June next month, that is what Divine Source wants you to ask yourself, what it is that you need to release. Get real with yourself. Sit down and have a talk with yourself and say to yourself, what do I need to release? What is it that I really need to release at this time? What else for Leo Collective, Holy Spirit, for this current full blue moon in Sagittarius energy? And it's interesting that we are in a full moon Sagittarius energy. Again, Sagittarius. Keep in mind that the full moon energy can last up to 30 days. All right. And it says, look at the bigger picture, full moon in Sagittarius. My gosh, you guys have a lot of Sagittarius energy going on. So this could be you, or somebody that you're connected with that has a lot of Sagittarius energy going on. My goodness. All right. So last but not least, we're going to get a blocked and blessed message for you guys. This is for your greatest and highest good. This is very sassy and sarcastic deck. So if you're not in the mood to hear it like it is, I would suggest skipping over this. But it's very, it's just doused with a lot of humor, but it does keep it real. All right. Holy Divine Spirit, as we clear out and complete Leo's reading, what do they need to know at this time? Please and thank you. Okay, that's too many. All right. It says professional situation advice. It says invest in therapy, not texting back. Healing, wisdom, and growth. All right. So professional situation advice, invest in therapy, not texting back. Healing, wisdom, and growth. So you're being encouraged not to respond to I'm hearing not to respond to text messages that you already know or feel is going to trigger you or is triggering to you. Thank you, Spirit. And to maybe look into therapy, counseling, to help you deal with whatever feelings that you may be dealing with when this tower comes in, or when you decide to lay your burdens down with this particular situation, because it is different for everybody. But that is Divine Spirit's advice, is to not text back. Not everything requires a response, is what I'm hearing. Not everything requires a response. And when we get a text, we can automatically feel physically within our body and our energy whether or not something is triggering for us. So if something is triggering for you, Leo, you're being recommended to just not respond and to just concentrate on your healing and the balance that you want to create for yourself moving forward. All right. So Leo, I hope that message was helpful in some way, shape, or form. As always, guys, I wish you well and be at peace. Ashe.